Zozo?
Smells like rotting.
Alright guys, quick warning, because we're going to go into an actual case where a demon is present. The Zozo haunting of Darren Evans. And let me just say, demons are such vile, evil, weird creatures. In the realm of our existence, these are the worst possible things that could ever exist. I don't know why they're here or where they came from, but I do not like it. From what I've learned, the best possible thing you can do for yourself is keep positive emotions. Because demons like to latch onto anger, fear, anxiety, and in all the cases that I see, they latch onto people with those exact emotions. They don't like happy people. So yeah, that's just an advice, and don't let this video affect you. Alright, let's get into this story. In the early 2000s, Darren Evans, his wife Kathleen, and his friend Randy got a Ouija board. Randy came over and they walked upstairs into a room where they attempted to contact the lead singer of AC/DC. They placed the planchette on the board and began to call out. Everything went normally, but at the very end of the session, it said, so like, that was weird, but whatever. So the next day, they decided to do another session. But this time, things got weird. The board said that Randy was cursed and he would in a car crash. And later, he did. Regardless of this, Darren became obsessed with the board and began to use it again. And one night, him and his wife were using it when suddenly her eyes turned black. She realized that she was blind. She cried and screamed. The planchette on the board went back and forth from Z to O. But eventually, her eyesight would come back. But later that night, Darren was about to walk down the stairs. His daughter was at the bottom, staring up at him, when suddenly something lifted her into the air and she began to scream. She was carried all the way into their basement and pinned against a wall. So Randy and Kathleen were absolutely tormented by this thing forever. And eventually, they just moved out. Also, by the way, I wanted to say I reached out to Darren myself. And I'm going to try to do an interview with him and I'll post it here on TikTok. So if you guys have any questions that you want me to ask him, leave them in the comments and I will use the top liked comments. So now that you guys know the backstory, we get to the part where the Ghost Adventures team visits the house. Zach Bagans and the crew pull up and they are clearly freaked out.
This is a real demon.